up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse on Central Partners Quad. And Ryan, I am J-Man. On this edition of the Pulse, got a very big edition here with our WWE WrestleMania 29 review. Just getting off the air with the pay-per-view, obviously the biggest pay-per-view of the year here.
DirecTV didn't like us.
No, that would be the first thing we need to talk about. We had a problem with, and we heard other people. We have DirecTV. We heard other people having problems with just the sound randomly going out. Like it would just stop. The video would keep coming in, but the audio would just stop for like fragments of it. It got to the CM Punk and Undertaker match, and I said I'm not fucking missing any part of this. So I booked it upstairs, and we all went upstairs. Robert and Kristen here as well. Got a shout out to Robert, obviously. Quaddy making his special depth chart change here whenever he gets over here. Rare occasions Quaddy gets over here. So Robert, look out for his review he'll be doing on the Pro Wrestling Fan Show. We all booked it upstairs and watched the rest of the show up there because it seemed like it was working better upstairs. I was fucking retarded, but some weird issues. Has to be on WrestleMania Day whenever we have fuck-ups on our satellite issue problems. So that was the first thing to deal with. The second thing to deal with was about 75% of this card.
Probably.
Yeah. About 75% of this card. And of course, the biggest thing when it comes to any wrestling event or WrestleMania, which is your last match, your main event. We'll get to that. And we'll have our opinions said for sure. Before that, we're going to get our first match up here. We have the six-man tag match featuring The Shield going up against Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show. Obviously, really looking forward to this one with, again, what we will get to throughout this card, which is impending unpredictability. But our impending unpredictability was fucked in the ass tonight because we didn't get any unpredictability, really, with any of this card. Thank you, yet again, because, predictability really makes things go swell, doesn't it? Good opener here, though. The Shield getting another win over, three huge names, veterans, obviously big faces in the company right now over Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show. We had the tension of, going back and forth with Sheamus and Big Show and Orton, the kind of stuff that we've seen over the past couple months, seeing if they could get together and having Randy tag in and then Big Show not come in to save him off that, the Ambrose, I don't know what the hell he did, some sort of move or some shit. Ambrose getting the pin in that. The Shield's entrance was fucking badass. We were all it just goes without saying, the guys like Jon Moxley and Tyler Black that we've followed throughout their entire careers, and having a matchup at WrestleMania for these guys, it's just awesome to see that. So well-deserved with the talent that they have. And what their future holds is bright as hell. And produced great here. We mentioned how they weren't going to fuck up an opportunity like this. They didn't. They produced an outstanding, little fun opening matchup here, and getting the win over Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show could be some lingering stuff going on into the future with Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show, whatever we're going to have there. But outside of that, we have the Shield moving on strong. Hopefully we can get some new stuff outside of just throwing them into six-man tag matches, which is seemingly all they've been doing since their onslaught onto WWE, basically, back at Survivor Series in November. Next matchup, we had the Battle of the Big Man. We had Mark Henry going up against Ryback.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
My arms are cold.
Your arms are cold.
Yeah. Really? It looks like Jeff Hardy homemade armbands.
That looks really similar to Jeff Hardy armbands.
What's up with the shirt and the armband? What?
My arms are cold.
What the fuck is... I have not looked over this entire time.
My arms are cold. It's cold outside forever.
Are you serious right now?
I don't know how to play it.
Please
Are
talk.
we in the Twilight Zone? What the fuck is this?
You know what? I'll take them off. Here. There. Take them off.
Nice catch. Are you okay?
I'll take them off. This match was interesting. It seemed like Battle of Big Man, he... Not that big, like, high-flying stuff, real slow.
I would have loved to see some high-flying.
Yeah, with that group.
Shooting star by
yeah,
that would have been sweet.
I don't know, the ending was kind of botched, we all thought. Mark Henry won it, but then Skip Sheffield, Ryback, decided to do his finisher. So we really don't know what came out of that, but...
As I said in the preview, I will give props to Ryback if he did his finish to Mark Henry. Congratulations. You still have no talent outside of...
You deserve a gold star.
God damn it. I'm sorry, I really hate Ryback. I mean, I do not like Ryback at all. Like, I got no problem with the dude. I just got a problem with the generic, what a fucking character that we still have to keep getting shoved down our throats 20 years after it got shoved down our throats originally. I don't fucking care about these kind of characters or these kind of people that just, wow, there you go. Wow, you're a great wrestler. You have muscle. That's what I equate to good wrestler. No, I don't at all. Thank you. So, good job, Ryback. You did your fucking finish.
I have nothing to say.
Mark Henry got the fucking win.
Yeah, Mark Henry won.
Somebody gonna get the ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's actual chocolate.
We were mentioning how badass it would have been if 3-6 Mafia would have played Mark Henry to the ring.
That would have been
That would have been the shit. Oh, shit. Miz won the IC title on the pre-show. Sorry about that. We're really fucking terrible at remembering shit. We watched that on YouTube. So Miz, the new Intercontinental Champion.
It's interesting.
5 points.
See what they're going to do with that.
And Snooki was there.
What?
Who? Who's that? Are we in the fucking Twilight Zone? What is going on? Good lord.
Shh, be quiet.
We're cold.
We're doing our review.
Good. Alright, let's continue.
Next matchup, we have the WWE Tag Titles on the line. This is WrestleMania. We're talking about WrestleMania, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
We gotta speed through this.
We need to, don't need to speed through it.
That joke is redundant and old.
Okay, pube face.
Can we go? Can we do this?
Next matchup, we have the WWE Tag Titles on the line when champions Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane, went up against Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston.
Zigs and Bigs.
Ziggles and Biggles.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, Daniel Bryan is over like a muzzafuzza.
What is that? Can you repeat that?
Muzzafuzza.
Definition.
Just over. Muzzafuzza.
Country of origin.
I don't know what you're talking
Spell
about.
it.
Brooklyn.
Where are we from? I don't even know. Missouri, I guess. No, he is mad over. This match was fun little spot match, a little bit of little ditties here and there, little stuffs they did. Wasn't super long. Hell No retained. I mean, other than Daniel Bryan being in a match longer than 30 seconds, that was pretty sweet. He retained the tag titles. Hell No continuing as the tag team champions. I mean, I don't really know what else they're gonna do. Ziggler being jobbed again. So I don't really know what they're going to do. But this was not a bad match. I can tell you right now, the undercard on this show I felt, way better than last year's undercard.
I'd agree with that.
And even though a lot of these matches didn't get a super large amount of time, they produced better. And this was a better produced undercard match that I felt like wasn't going to do anything. But it was all right. And Team Hell No got the win on it.
Team Hell No.
It was funny at the end whenever everybody started doing yes.
Oh my god! Like the whole crowd, the whole camera side of that was doing the fucking yeses.
Yes,
I was like, "That's
awesome.
pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet." And then of course they played with the kiss of death with AJ again.
Yeah.
They played that off and had Daniel Bryan kick him and then go for the pin. That was a pretty cool
good deal.
opener to that start there. Next up, to really kind of finish off the undercard here, they really kind of ran through their undercard matches and then went right into their main kind of stuff. We had Y2J Chris Jericho going up against Fandango.
Are we all going to attempt to do it?
God, I told you guys that I'm pretty damn good at it.
do.
My dad's pretty good at it.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
He goes first. I gotta save it.
Fandango.
Now, see, you rushed the Dan.
Oh, shit.
You rushed the Dan part of it.
Damn it.
Piece of shit.
Oh, shit. He's getting ready. Look at him.
Okay, go ahead. Matt.
Yeah, I got it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Match was good. Jericho got jobbed again.
You make cover for you? Right?
The entrance was good.
Okay.
For both of them. I
For
think
both of them. I really don't know what else I'm supposed to say here.
I would say
I'm really confused because I really want Jericho.
it's a Chris Jericho thing to put over guys,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing. Chris Jericho is extremely unselfish. He's not a guy that has to be out there and suck his own dick every 5 seconds and I have to win a WrestleMania match because I'm Chris Jericho. Would we like to see him in a better match? Fuck yes, we'd like to see him in a better match because it's getting towards the end of his career. But is he out there to maybe help out a guy that WWE, maybe not all of us, believe is a guy that maybe they want to get behind? I don't know. But yeah, and you had the Dancing with the Stars element, the dancing guy, and Jericho being on Dancing with the Stars and all that kind of shit. But Jericho's that kind of guy, and that's what it was. And Fandango getting a roll-up win here.
I think they just want to get madly behind Fandango.
And it seems like they're on that pace.
Let him debut at WrestleMania. Let him beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
So,
next up we had the Diddy performance, the Sean Puffy Combs performance. Do you have any other names, Ryan?
Pretty legit.
Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy, that's it.
Yeah.
I had his performance there.
I didn't hate this.
I'm not going to talk about this performance because I have another performance to talk about on this show. But you guys can go ahead and talk. I know Ryan enjoyed this thoroughly.
I mean, I'm a hip hop guy. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed some of the older stuff that he did.
That was cool that he didn't just play generic, like kind of. They played obviously the Mania song, but
yeah, he did some of the older stuff back. You know, some of the stuff, the earlier stuff he did, but it wasn't like over dramatic, and they didn't try to drag it out too long.
It wasn't like the Machine Gun Kelly, Flo Rida performances last year. Ugh. Good God Almighty!
But yeah, it wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it, but it definitely.
It's kind of just something. It's kind of just something WrestleMania now we just expect with those performances, and they're like, okay, whatever. They throw it on to add that sort of entertainment special feel to a WrestleMania, and that's what you got.
The sound did not go out in this part.
No, that was unfortunate. I wish we could have combined all the sound to get out in this match, so it didn't fuck up in all the other matches. Speaking of that, before we get into the kind of final portion of the card, we had the mixed tag match that was supposed to happen, the 8-person tag match with Rhodes Scholars and the Bells going up against Tons of Funk and Funky Dactyls. That shit got straight up nixed.
Nope.
We took that off the card. We were kind of talking about how a lot of this stuff, some of the formatting of this show and how they went into some of the matches and went into some of the segments seemed like it was just kind of weird. Like, it just kind of off. And not, I mean, WWE's production level goes without saying. I mean, the pyro they had, everything they had, nobody's going to come close to what WWE can produce, production level and that kind of entertainment side of it. But sometimes they get a little off kilter with some of the stuff. They run out of time sometimes. They want to put stuff onto other stuff. They just randomly, take away matches. And I mean, we didn't have any problem with them taking away this match because it would have got like 5 minutes anyway. So it's
I wonder, because they said the pre-show was an hour. I wonder if this was on the pre-show.
I thought they said like a battle royal was in the pre-show or some shit. I don't know about that.
We were very disappointed though.
Whatever. We were too busy having someone B Daddy J's phenomenal pulled pork. It was outstanding.
Macaroni and cheese.
B Daddy J, mac and cheese.
With bacon.
Where it's at.
Very good.
Faux show. Now we're getting into the obviously the bigger portion of this card here. We have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line when champion Alberto Del Rio went up against Jack Swagger.
Yes. This was a sad day for America.
Get ready, people. Get ready.
This just ran through the paces. Felt like a SmackDown match. Nothing special came out of this. The storyline build-up was, I liked it. I thought it was great. I thought they doing this whole America, they're taking our jobs kind of thing. It made a lot of sense, but the match did not produce whatsoever.
Which we said it was not going to be anything worthy of WrestleMania.
It was not. They played off the storyline. They played off the people, trying to get people behind, the American versus the Mexican superhero guy. So, for y'all out there that America was defeated tonight, and I feel terrible about it, so I thought I would sing y'all a sad song to calm your nerves. Ready for this? Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a rocket, stuck his finger up his asshole, and called it Curses Chocolate. Fuck yeah, America.
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 Thank you. It's a tribute to Jack Swagger and our America.
That's America.
That's America right there.
This is WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
This is WrestleMania.
This is WrestleMania.
Oh, this is WrestleMania.
It is.
Okay.
This next match will tell us it's
America.
If you guys didn't have a clue if it was WrestleMania, this next match would for sure remind you that you were watching WrestleMania. We had CM Punk going up against The Undertaker. I'm not going to get into the match yet because we have some stuff to talk about before we get into the match.
Mm-hmm.
We had motherfucking Living Colour, one of the most underrated and best rock bands of all fucking time. I will argue with you in that comment box if you want to fucking talk about that one. Play CM Punk to the motherfucking ring with Cult of Personality. Before that, we didn't know this when me and Quaddy talked about the preview because we would have jizzed all over it then. We found it out, I think Ryan texted me when I was golfing the next day, and I was like, what? I've dreamed about that happening. I've just thought, I'm like, God, that'd be so fucking cool. I mean, we just think back to the days of how long we covered CM Punk and talked about CM Punk and known about CM Punk, and when he, used in Ring of Honor and, coming out to that and then signing his contract on the title and then going, we'd never in our wildest imaginations would think that, fucking whatever it is, 7-8 years later, he's coming out to Living Color, playing him to the ring, going to have a match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Fucking blows my mind. Amazing performance. Outstanding. They still fucking sound great. Should go on a damn reunion tour. I didn't even think they were together anymore, and they obviously are, and they sound outstanding. So, big ups to Living Color. Outstanding performance there at WrestleMania 29 for CM Punk's entrance. And then we went into The Undertaker's entrance, and we had back-to-back entrances that really kind of together might have been the two of the best fucking entrances as one match, with The Undertaker's creative fucking entrances and he's had creative entrances throughout his entire career, but this one really, they put some effort into this. This was fucking, it was beautiful looking, and having the light shine from behind with all the fucking, and smoke, they slowly, with the smoke, and then you slowly start to see, like, hands, like, come up from the ground and stuff, and you see Undertaker come through all the hands, and I was like, what if they had, like, 20 people, or I know he's faced multiple people at WrestleManias, but 20-0, and have, like, 20 people with hands coming up throughout the, I think that'd be, if it was 20, I mean, that's beautiful. That's fucking magic right there. That's amazing to see that. And both those entrances were fucking outstanding. And then we get into the match, outside of all that great stuff. And as we predicted and as we could imagine, it was fucking outstanding. And it was the best match of the night, by far, in my opinion. I know we had a couple other ones that were pretty solid matches. Well, one more that's pretty solid. We'll talk about the fucking main event. But this one, by far the best match of this WrestleMania. And as we've always talked about, the loss of storytelling in professional wrestling is something that is drastic and needs to come back. And these guys do nothing but tell that, on top of the amazing ability that they have. And the interaction that Paul Bearer added to this matchup was tremendous. He adds so much by just standing on the outside and whatever he can do, holding the urn, kind of playing CM Punk's, or Paul, what did I say? Paul Bearer. Shit, my bad. Paul Heyman. Too soon for that. Paul Heyman playing basically CM Punk's version of Paul Bearer, holding the urn and kind of playing it up. It was outstanding, and having the interaction with the urn. The formulation of this was outstanding. The dive spot to the outside that Punk did, the kind of reversals that they did towards the end, and getting in and out of each other's finishes, and it was an outstanding matchup. I know we were trying to figure out, we're like, okay, early on in this year, we had CM Punk and John Cena, in my eyes right now, as the match of the year. I think this one would surpass it a little bit. I thought the one that they had on Raw was outstanding, but this one, putting everything together, the entrances, the performances, the storytelling, and the ability in the ring, and the quality that we saw in this matchup, absolutely delivered, and was everything I hoped for. And this did leaps and bounds and so much for CM Punk, because this adds to what he's got going on now. It keeps adding on top of you had the title run, you had the pipe bomb that he cut back in 2011, you had what happened in Money in the Bank, you had everything that's going on throughout his career is just fucking beautiful, and I could not make it any better for a guy that I care so much about in this company. It's just beautiful to see all this go down here. There's talk of him possibly taking a break after WrestleMania. If we don't see him on Raw tomorrow night, don't see him at Extreme Rules, we'll shed a tear about that one, because that would be really unfortunate. But if we don't see all that, I have July 16th circled on my calendar. For anybody out there who doesn't know what July 16th is, there's a new pay-per-view coming to town called WWE what the fuck is it?
Payback.
Hailing live from Chicago, Illinois. You guys can wonder why I think that would be a good date to circle for a possible return.
Kyle on 6'5", we may come see you.
Yeah, we might be coming to see you if that ends up going down. Holy fuck. But yeah, outside of that, coming back to this, outstanding matchup. The Undertaker, 21-0 in this match that did leaps and bounds for both. 21-0, amazing for what's going on with The Undertaker, but did leaps and bounds for what's going on with CM Punk in his career. Outstanding stuff here at WrestleMania 29.
If you cut out the entrances alone from this match by itself was probably the best match in a long time.
Even with that, yeah.
And then adding these entrances just made it twice as better. It was like the sugar or the frosting on top of your ice or your cake.
Something you're eating.
Whatever you're eating.
Frosting on top of your pickle.
It's your whipped cream on top of your strawberry shortcake.
That makes
hashtag
BDadJ Production.
It's your sugar on top of your
Can I talk?
Your roast beef sandwich.
Would you let him figure out a topping for a fucking food?
I'm just talking about
fucker.
All right.
How about you go play your violin?
How about you go wear your Randy Jackson glasses, you son of a bitch?
How about you try to grow some facial hair?
Grow some pubic hair.
And
Why
pubic hair.
does he know if you don't have pubic hair? Problems. Hashtag. Not problems hashtagers, hashtag problems if he knows about the fact that you don't have pubic hair right now. You got it going on your chinner.
I can't handle this.
God, get your fucking American flag off the set, ass fuck. What are you fucking... America!
That's not supposed to touch the ground, by the way.
Well, you know what? It did.
I'm going to turn into Jeff Jarrett real quick right now. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Talk about this match, Squatty.
You done?
Punk and Taker.
Punk and Taker.
Punk Taker.
This was like James said, the reversals and all that, and then we Punk did old school. They did it twice, and then the dives and all that stuff. One bad spot in this match was when Punk tried to break the table.
Oh yeah,
that didn't happen. But overall, good match. It's gonna be upsetting to not have Punk Extreme Rules, but like Jamin said, we'll probably be in Chicago that weekend. That's my birthday weekend.
We got circled it. Oh yeah, it's not mine either, Quaddy.
My birthday was that Friday.
Oh yeah, 14th. Shit,
that's what's up. Get money. That's what's up.
Not to mention CM Punk's fucking shirt that he debuted.
It's pretty sick.
Fuck.
Yeah.
J-Man collection written all over that.
Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Hands on the back.
But
come on.
It's very beautiful. I love this match. You know, that's what I've talked about before is the storytelling aspect of wrestling. You can get the great workers in this, but this total complete story with the urn and the whole thing, and they did the spots and everything that they set up. It was beautiful. They worked this match to perfection. Taker can still work. If he's only working one match a year for the next 5 years, I would be completely fine with that. Who knows what he's going to do. But this was great. This was such a great match. And you got that big-time great feel like you were really watching a spectacle. And that's what you're supposed to have at WrestleMania. You get that one big match every year at WrestleMania where you feel like, that's the match at WrestleMania that you want to see. And that's what this was, yeah.
And as you say, I think it's a perfect definition of Undertaker being that fine wine. Because, I mean, the man's 50... Robert, how old is he? 54? 50?
He just had a birthday, like, within the past week.
48.
48.
40. I thought he was 50.
He's close to 50.
49.
Yeah,
okay. So, I mean,
you look back at the last 10 years of his career, and he's had the best matches of his career in the last 10 years, not the first beginning of, or at least you can see even the last 5 years.
Yeah.
He's had some of the best matches of his career. Yeah. And, it's just one of those things where he's just always wants to prove that fact and go out there and do that and have that match, and he's in the ring with those guys like that who want to do the same thing. Then you get that quality match every time. And such a great match. I was so happy to see this. This definitely gave me chills watching it, parts of it, doing stuff, and I was super excited for it. So this is definitely worth your watch, at least for this pay-per-view alone.
By far, this is one to check out for sure. I didn't even mention the fucking CM Punk is always known for having unique gear too for certain situations. He's got a Chicago gear that he wears, the Chicago flag colors. He's got other different things. He wore the New York Yankees gear back when they were in Boston against John Cena. He knows those little things that it's why he's the best. And wearing that kind of the purple, gray, and black kind of old school, early '90s kind of Taker colors that he used to wear. I mean, that's just how CM Punk is, and it's how CM Punk is having the best match on the show, and that's what him and the Undertaker went out and did here at WrestleMania 29. Outstanding. It's why we said it's our main event, because it ended up being the best match on the show by far. Next matchup. We have the no-holds-barred match between Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Triple H lost this match. He must retire. Obviously, they didn't have any hangover from, putting anything in there to kind of slow the crowd down or calm the crowd down after that amazing match with Punk and Taker, and I think that really hurt this matchup. I think we were still talking about how great CM Punk and The Undertaker was, during the beginning portion of this dragging asshole, complete and utter being the exact same thing as SummerSlam for, good Lord, until the last, 10 seconds of this match before the finish. Because all you had Brock Lesnar doing, you had the outside spots. They finally broke the table that Quaddy mentioned, that Punk and Taker didn't do with that elbow spot. Had Brock Lesnar do about 434 German suplexes during this, about fucking 87 belly-to-bellies during this, and of course his Kimura attempts, because that's how Brock Lesnar wrestles now.
Yeah.
He doesn't formulate matches. He doesn't realize that he used to be one of the best performers that WWE has ever seen, with what he could produce in a professional wrestling ring. Hey, Brock, you're in a professional wrestling ring now. You're not. We're not walking into a fucking octagon. Take your Jimmy John Jackoff pants and your fucking boxing boots, because that makes sense. And stop it with that shit, okay? Go watch some of your old shit and realize what you used to do and what you used to do in a professional wrestling ring, because this is not what you're doing. You're playing the guy who is the disgruntled, pissed-off guy from, UFC. That's not who we want. We want Brock Lesnar. We want the next big thing. We want the guy that we fell in love with back in the the early to mid 2000s. And that's not what we're getting. It's just not what we're getting. We had Shawn Michaels out there. Ryan, just go ahead and tell the Shawn Michaels story because it's fucking tremendous.
Yeah. So we have Shawn Michaels come out there first, do his little entrance. Give him his entrance. He comes out there and he's got camouflage like rain boots on.
It's Shawn, I mean, he's got
some tight Wranglers, some faded tight Wranglers, a tank top.
He's got his tank top
and he's
on.
got just a camouflage baseball cap.
He looked like he just got done doing a little hunting.
Yeah, he did look like he. And we came to the conclusion that we planned out a story of how his hunting occurred and down in Times Square possibly or in New York City somewhere.
Yeah.
He was what is that park called? That park that's out there?
You have Central Park.
Central Park. Yeah, he was out there in Central Park hunting joggers and such with a bow, probably.
He couldn't find deer, obviously, because it's New York City.
He's out there bow hunting joggers and random
fat people,
random families that are eating hot dogs, stuff like that.
There's a lot of hot dog vendors in New York City.
There is. There's quite a few.
Haven't been there, but I've heard.
I've heard a lot of things. Hot dogs are very good there. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Are they good, or they have them?
They have a lot.
Okay, they're immense hot dog vendors.
It's true. But and we had this setting that he was in a rush to get to Mania. Yeah. He was just shooting people. He shot a guy with an arrow like 2 or 3 times. The guy just would not die. He had to run over there and just sweet chin music and put him out of his misery.
He put him down.
And that's what Shawn Michaels does. He hunts joggers in Central Park.
Absolutely, because that's what HBK does.
Yeah, on his free time.
He don't give a fuck. That's what HBK does. It's great to see Shawn Michaels. It's not WrestleMania in my eyes without Shawn Michaels. Obviously accompanying Triple H to the ring there. But yeah, it was very reminiscent of their SummerSlam match. I would agree with Ryan saying that it was better than their SummerSlam match. That was just, good. I don't even want to remember that matchup. When Quaddy finally looked it up, we were trying to figure out if it was a gimmick on that. It was no DQ at SummerSlam, so same fucking thing. But yeah, Triple H getting the win here. Not retiring off of that finish spot that was by far the best spot in the matchup. After I don't even know how to describe that Kimura spot that they continued to fucking do.
I'm going to try to rape you.
There was multiple times where they were hugging each other.
Nope.
They were fucking on it, fall into a fucking thing. On it, fall into a chair. On it, fall into a table. On it, fall into a fucking steel step or whatever the fuck they did. And they kept doing the spot, which is reminiscent of the SummerSlam spot where Brock fell off. They got tripped to, knock him off, but Brock kept locking in the Kimura. Brock kept locking in the Kimura, and that's what Triple H kept locking in the fucking Kimura. And then we finally had the pedigree spot onto the steel steps, which is a great spot. After Brock botched that fucking first pedigree spot, going down too early. Good God. Triple H getting the win, not retiring, unlike his best friend Shawn Michaels in his retirement match where he did retire. In my eyes, just because of my love for both of these guys, I would love to see Triple H and Shawn Michaels have a matchup at WrestleMania 30 and be the last for Triple H and Shawn Michaels as well, with the talks of us going to WrestleMania 32. Not 32, but 30 as well. Fuck yes. Triple H winning this no-holds-barred matchup at WrestleMania 29.
Hey, Brock Lesnar, right here. Pick me. You have to remember you're going to a 4-sided ring, not a 6-sided ring.
I think Octagon's 8, bro.
Whatever the fuck it is. So you need to put your Jimmy John shorts, trunks, whatever you're wearing away.
Put them in the shop.
You can put your little boots away. Get some wrestling boots. Get your tights back out that you used to have back before you left. And actually learn to wrestle. Is that too much to ask? No.
He needs to go back to wrestling school.
No,
he does. He needs to watch some tape.
He needs to go back on NXT. Get his feet wet.
Get NXT. Go to work with Cassius Ohno. He'll get you going.
Just start doing that again. We don't want to see the UFC Brock Lesnar. Obviously, that didn't work in UFC. It's not working here. Your match was very boring, and
the UFC Brock Lesnar was just regular Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. You don't work as a person, Brock. None of the early onset of your life, where you got fed beef pot roast through your mom's vagina. Oh. She sat in front of a furnace. I stole your joke, but this is too good.
All right.
Well, you could talk about his ages from 4 to 9.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. This wasn't bad. I think it was better than the SummerSlam one, but it was just a fight. It's just exactly what we thought. All Lesnar knows how to do is just do random throws and like Kimuras and like punches. Like that's all he does. Triple H tried to build something out of this a little bit, but it was a good fight. It was entertaining for the most part. The finishing spot with the pedigree on the steel steps was definitely probably the best spot in the whole match. One of the better spots of the night too. I think it's pretty good. So, but yeah, I came to this theory of how Brock Lesnar grew up and to become the man he is today. You know, he's a beast.
This is scientifically proven. Dude.
Yeah,
this is true, guys.
This is a thing.
You do not need to check Wikipedia. This is fact.
We've thought about it for a while now, and how he's become to be who he is. He's not very bright, but he's definitely a beast. He's a beast.
You don't need brains to beat somebody's ass.
Exactly. That was the quote. I think he should be on this. Yes. We've come to the conclusion from the ages of 1 to 3, he refused to leave his mother's vagina, and that time he stayed in there and gained lots of nutrition. Got real beefy. She would shove just chunks of roast beef and like raw meat in her vagina.
Just pork shoulders.
Just full blown, just goat heads, just all kinds of things in there. And he would just gnaw on raw meat as a 2-year-old. You know, he was in there.
I've come to know that he drank immense loads of water.
Yeah, probably. His mom probably sat on a fire hydrant. Just
15 gallons of water a day.
15 gallons, probably.
Yeah.
Then from probably 4 to 9, I'm saying, the mother couldn't hold Brock Lesnar any longer, so she kind of, dropped him off at, I don't want to say the zoo. I'll just go to out in the
Could she take a trip to like Africa?
Possibly. She'd go out to Africa and just drop Brock off with just a family of gorillas. He lived with the gorillas.
That's 4 to 9.
It's 4 to 9. From 9 to probably 9 to like 13, he was delivering fridges single-handedly by himself. He would carry a fridge from where he worked to their house. He wouldn't even ride a car. Then he got offered a role.
Here comes the fridges.
He got offered a role in The Little Giants as Spike in The Little Giants. From there, it just was downhill. He
toiled in drugs.
He did a lot of cocaine. Steroids. Had sex with multiple people, men, women, animals. And he pretty much, grew up.
And throughout this entire time, he never worked on his calf muscles. He does not work on his calf muscles.
Not even once. I
mean, Bully Ray is a motherfucking manster compared to Brock Lesnar's calf. It's just manster, half man, half monster. Here comes the fridges. That's what I would name Brock Lesnar's fridge moving. Fridge delivering industry.
Yeah, that's what I get from that. And then I think what he did towards the end of his career, he just got tired of raw meat. So he started eating rusty nails, chunks of glass.
Pieces of monster truck tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think so. You can tell by his front tooth it's chipped very badly. He probably chipped it. He probably tried to eat, I don't know, some titanium. Maybe a rat.
I think he was I think he started popping thermometers and just started drinking mercury.
He's just cracking, just drinking.
He's popping.
He's been murking for years.
He's fine.
I hope you guys enjoy us making fun of Brock Lesnar.
Is this WrestleMania 29?
It should be.
Okay.
But anyway, the match was okay. I'm sorry I had to go through that dramatic story of Brock Lesnar's life.
People need to know.
People need to know Brock Lesnar's life. My life was a little bit better than that. I would hope. I wasn't raised by gorillas.
I would not want to deliver refrigerators for a living. That is backbreaking stuff.
Oh, damn it!
All right, next matchup, guys.
No promos or nothing.
Nothing. Let's just get into it. Entrance, work. That's what these guys did.
Yep. It worked. It went to work.
We got the WWE. Motherfucker, I can't even talk. I'm so fucking excited for this match. That was a false entrance. False. We have the WWE Championship on the line. We got champion, the great one, Braun Bull. Going up against our modern day superhero. He had Superman boxers on.
That was beautiful.
Fuck.
It's beautiful. He believed his own hype.
C Nation, get behind him.
Damn straight. That's how we do it.
Again, going up against John Cena. I mean, twice in a lifetime. Greatness versus redemption.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
That's the story.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember.
So.
I'm not really quite sure.
I'll tell you what I remember about this build. Silver Twilight.
That was a good song. It was a good song.
We got the WWE Championship on the line here. We got the Rock going up against John Cena. Main event of WrestleMania, right? We had the main event of WrestleMania 28. Same matchup here. Back-to-back manias with the buy rates that WrestleMania 28 accomplished. Of course, we need to do John Cena and The Rock again, because when you think of professional wrestling, when you think of just a WrestleMania main event, this is it.
Yep.
This is This is WrestleMania in a
Quite
fucking
you agree, don't you?
nutshell.
Well, I'll get to my point.
Oh, he'll agree. He'll agree.
He's agreed.
This way.
This is WrestleMania in a nutshell. That nutshell, I would like to take, and I would first take the nutshell. I'd crack that son of a bitch straight open.
Some bitch, crack it.
I would somehow stick an explosive device into this nutshell. Put the nutshell back together. Nuts inside of the casing, inside of everything. And I want to
shove it up Vince McMahon's asshole.
Why? Can I get to my fucking thing?
I just wanted to throw that in there. I thought
That's where I was going, you fuck.
All right.
And I'd like to shove it up who created this and the power that bees asshole and say, this is not the main event that should be for WrestleMania. This is not your best match that you put on through the year that should be, that describes everything about you, that is what you deliver to your fans to provide the most entertaining, best quality, ability, everything you could possibly get into a fucking one. Shove it up your asshole and blow that motherfucker sky high.
Man on fire.
Cause good God Almighty, Denzel Washington.
Man on fire.
Denzel
Remember that scene?
Washington.
Where he puts that bomb in that dude's ass
Straight
and blows
up
him up.
explosion.
You remember that?
Was Dakota Fanning in that movie?
She was. It's good. Great movie.
Fucking movie
Great
knowledge.
movie. I love that movie.
I wish I would have watched this. Kristen did her homework during this match.
She was doing homework, yes.
That's productive, people.
Yeah, it was production.
Because outside of the fact of just having to see stare off, rest hold, arm drag. Did they even do an arm drag in it? Rest hold. Attitude adjustment. Rock bottom. People's elbow.
STF.
STF. Rock bottom. People's elbow. Attitude adjustment. Rock bottom. Attitude adjustment. Rock bottom. Attitude adjustment. Rock bottom. Attitude adjustment. False finish. Attitude adjustment. False finish. Rock bottom. Attitude adjustment. False finish. False finish.
We have no more hands.
False finish.
We have no more
False
hands.
finish. Oh, wait! After the 434th attitude adjustment and 635th rock bottom, we have a new WWE champion in John Cena. And to fucking put the cherry on top, our predictability fucked us in the ass again. Because we didn't get anything that we're gonna,
Got nothing.
Oh my God, you know what? Alright, they're gonna go through the paces here. You got like at least 15 minutes. You could do something special towards the end of this card.
9:45.
Here's what we're gonna do, guys.
9:45.
You ready for it?
Can we do
We're
something?
gonna do the most typical, generic, shove it up your ass, unicorns, fucking bubblegum, cookie cutter, fucking cotton candy shoved up your fucking taint as far as you possibly can, right in your face. Here you go, guys. We're gonna have John Cena and The Rock hug. We're gonna have them fucking shake hands, and John Cena's the new champion walking out with that piece of shit fucking horse fuck title, and we're gonna have them raise each other's hands and set the pyro off, and that's your WrestleMania. Ah, God damn it. I really want to go get that thing that's on that table over there. Badly. With what we're doing. John Cena, your new fucking...
I'm going last.
For how many times? Like 12? Is this 11,
You're
12?
last.
Is there a need for another WWE title run for John Cena?
Not really.
Nothing
really,
interesting going on here, is it? This is total interest, total...
Yeah, not really.
Right there it is.
I can tell you right now, this match was so poorly booked. It was so...
Was it even booked?
I don't even know if it was...
Did they have a book around?
There was no book to...
They might have read Dr. Seuss and then said, fuck it, let's go wrestle.
Yeah, I think what happened here was Rock and Cena they really didn't have any time to sit down and discuss how this match was going to play out. I feel like The Rock was doing his own thing, and Cena...
There's no need to when you're the main event of WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
Let's not figure
let's
shit
not,
out.
Let's not figure out... Because, we felt like at least 15 times in this match, Cena and Rock were talking to each other and trying to figure out how they were going to plan out this match. The majority of the first 10 to 12 to 15 minutes of this match was them trading rest holds. Just headlocks and arm locks and leg blocks and fucking jerking each other off on the mat. And it was just like, this is just boring as all fuck. And And then they went into, hey, let's really get this crowd excited, and we're just gonna trade our signature moves for 15 fucking minutes, and we're just going to keep reversing them, and it's not gonna look cool at all. We're just gonna keep reversing, and we're gonna hit the finish, and then we're gonna you kick that up. I literally think there was at least 15 false finishes in this, where they tried to do each other's moves.
Is it even false if there's 15?
I don't even know. It's like, it's pointless. What happened to the security and the importance of a finishing maneuver when you do it 15 times? This match was a complete rest hold for 10 minutes, and then for the last 15 minutes, it was just finishers. And it was just horrible. It was horribly booked. Like, I can't even say if it was better or if it was worse than last year. It was just, oh, God. Man, I don't even know what to say about this match. Like, it just blew my mind how fucking outrageous it was, because it was so bad. It was so badly booked. Like, and they tried really hard to get the crowd excited, and they were excited towards the end because they just kept doing all these finishes, but Cena won the title. Nothing happened. Cena just won the title. There was no promo package in the beginning. There was no sketchiness with someone getting involved. There was no turns. There was nothing. This was a straight up and down, just poorly booked match. And that's all I really can say about it. It should not have main evented, and they should have spent more time trying to organize this match. The Rock just, man, he I don't know. He's not a terrible wrestler. I just think he doesn't. I don't think he has the heart to really put forth the true, like, he's in a WrestleMania main event. He had to, work hard, but for really to organize, he's probably got so much stuff going on, he probably can't even think straight while he's out there wrestling, I'd imagine. He needs to just not wrestle anymore unless he gets free time, because I feel like 24 hours a day he's doing stuff. He's not even sleeping.
Yep.
So, I mean, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, Quan.
I don't know what you guys saw, but that match was great.
Wasn't it?
That great.
Wow!
Great.
Fuck!
Yeah, good job, buddy. Great back and forth. Great stuff. You know what? I'm done with this shit.
Is your name Quan?
I'm done with this shit.
Oh, yeah, his name is Quan.
I am done with this shit.
Yeah.
I don't deal with fucking half-assed main events. I don't deal with guys that go into a match not planning ahead, fucking grabbing shit out of each other's assholes. Oh, I'm going to do your finisher. What the fuck's a finisher if it's not going to end the match? Like Ryan said, let's do 13 rock bottoms. Let's do another attitude adjustment. Let's do some STF. A finisher is a thing you do at the end of the match to declare you have a chance to win it.
Two or three.
Maybe. Okay, we understand the whole Undertaker, CM Punk, that back and forth. That was a good back and forth, because that match was how long? How long was that match, Robert?
20 plus 25 minutes or something.
30 minutes? They gave that time because it's Undertaker and the fucking CM Punk. We have The Rock and Cena. Once in a lifetime. We heard that shit last year, didn't we? Twice in a lifetime? Oh, what's next year? What are we gonna see next year when we go to WrestleMania 30? 30 times in a lifetime? I will not like that. And when I don't like things either get broken, I start screaming, or I lose my voice. And when all those things come together, you may see my picture on the news. So, like I said, fucking John Cena does not need to have the fucking title. Shouldn't have taken off fucking CM Punk. You got a brand new title in there, and now we're all sitting here with our hands in our pockets wondering, why the fuck was that the main event? When we could have had Undertaker and CM Punk. The money. Okay, that's fine.
Make it rain on them hoes. I got that money.
That's fine.
That's what people think.
We can make it rain on them hoes. But let's have a good main event if we're going to have WrestleMania. Thank you. I like this shirt better.
Let me help you take it off. There it is. There it is. Get that shit out of here. Bitch, I originally had, I was really gaining a lot of respect for John Cena, but it's just I don't even know if it's him. It's just, there is no need for him to be the champion if there was no turn, there was no big angle, there was nothing. I guess we have to wait till Raw tomorrow to see if something occurs with this whole setup, but all I can say is the way that ended with Cena just winning the title and nothing happening, that was just unbelievably pointless for him to just win the title again.
Hey, if next time I get into a fight, I'm gonna win the fight, I'm gonna help the dude up, and I'm gonna give him a hug. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
After a good fight, good battle, just gonna give the motherfucker a hug.
Yeah.
We're both faces. We're at a bar. We're both faces. That makes sense, doesn't it?
That's too funny.
Doesn't it?
If WWE does not start to realize how fucking through the paces, go through the motions, predictable every single thing that they've done over the past 6 months is, we're going to have some problems going into the future if they don't recognize that and if they don't try to resolve this issue, because you can't do this to people like us. You can do it to people that are blind and, you know, the people that think Ryback and fucking all those kind of get the jizz all over themselves and all those kind of people, and people that think, you know, oh, John Cena winning the title again. Well, that's because he's John Cena. And you know what? He's the guy. He has to be champion 437 fucking times. We're never going to move on. We're never going to go anywhere in this industry if we're just stuck there. If we're just stuck being okay with predictable, going through the paces, not doing anything interesting to interest people like us who have seen things go through the paces and be predictable and, you know, be what it is. We're not entertained by just going through the paces. We're entertained by shit that is entertaining and shit that is different and shit that is revolutionary and shit that is intriguing and draws attention and is fucking all that. Who doesn't want that? I sure as fuck know everybody in this room right now wants that, because we don't want cookie cutter, oh, fucking let's shake hands and shove fucking flowers up our ass and have the guy that is always champion be champion and not do anything different with this guy. Fucking good lord, we can't, I mean, Jesus. I can't even formulate what I want to say with how fucking...
I can't say...
I'm not angered, I'm just...
I can't say this year's WrestleMania. What I thought was I didn't say a lot, but I think it was better than last year's. Last year's WrestleMania I thought was one of the worst, and it was just because of how it was set up, and it was just I hated last year's WrestleMania. This one I can come in and say at least I liked the way it was set up.
We shouldn't accept that though. We shouldn't accept that.
Yeah.
At all. There should not be an accepting of being better than one of the shittiest WrestleManias of all time. Hey, it's, you know, it's a little bit better than the top 5 shittiest WrestleMania of all time. What's that? What are we to gain from that? We gain nothing from that. Thank you for delivering us CM Punk and The Undertaker. I am so thankful that I got to witness and all of us got to see that and sit there and watch that and enjoy the fuck out of it. Because we know going into it, that's what we're going to fucking enjoy. And we enjoyed the shit out of that. Thank you for that. Outside of that, that main event, I am so dumbfounded by how you can deliver everything that you delivered in however that 30-minute portion of fucking television. Kristen was spot on doing her homework during this matchup, because she started doing her homework like 7 minutes during the match, because we knew exactly how this was going to go.
Yep.
And it's exactly how it went, and it's the same old generic whatever, here you go, put it on paper. We have no original thought process, no original, let's change shit up, because, you know, people are maybe getting sick and tired of the same old fucking same old. I guess there's not a lot of people that are getting sick and tired of the same old, because they'll stick through with that same old and love it to fucking death. Until then, we won't love it to death, and John Cena is your new, how many times now, Robert?
10.
10 times.
Is it 10? 11.
I thought it was
No,
11.
it's 11 now.
11 now.
11 times. WWE.
Yippers.
This one I'll wrap up. Our WWE WrestleMania 29 review. For my partners, Quaddy, staying true to who he is. Don't even think that bullshit that was going on in that preview is going to linger over. Let's pray to God we don't ever see those socks again. Quaddy, and my... I don't even know what instrument. Violin? Violin?
I was going to kill you with this.
Violin, you're going to murder me with that.
Yes.
Okay. The violin in the dungeon with the violin, or murder with his violin. I am J-Man, and thank you for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse. Pulse. Fresh one.